Hey everybody, Tracy Kerzanet with Keller Williams. I'm here with my buddy.
Page Yonce with CNF Mortgage.
This is our, fourth or fifth year doing this, I guess?
think so.
So we always like to help everybody at their Christmas cocktail parties be able to talk real estate and sound like you're educated. You can tell them that your realtor and lender gave you all this fun information, and if you want to dig deeper, feel free to give us a call and we can give you more info. But let's get down to it. So my first point heading into 2019 is that we had a phenomenal year. Job growth, the economy grew by over 3%, and I think heading into 2019 it's looking very similar. So that's good.
Yeah, we're on track for at least 3.5% growth in 2019, and I'm excited about what that brings for us. I know that my team grew our business 20% this year, even though the market didn't grow that much. So we're excited about what 2019 has in store.
Awesome. And then I wanted to talk about transactions. So this year we were actually down from 2017. There were 5.5 million transactions. We dipped a little bit in 2018 to about 5.3, as I think is where we'll end up. And the reason for the dip is just because we didn't have enough inventory. Buyers were getting fatigued, and we just need more homes to sell. We expect that the prediction for 2019 is that it'll go up to 5.5 million, so another little rise up. But there are some conflicting predictions on that too. Some people say we might go up, and some people say we may stay flat. The good news is we're not going, the other direction. And I know you have some differing views on that as well from the Mortgage Bankers Association.
Yeah, the numbers are slightly different, but the overall view is that housing growth will increase by about the 3.5% mark I mentioned earlier, and we're seeing that refinances, because rates have increased. We're seeing that refinances falling off, but purchase volume is picking up. So we're excited about what 2019 has in store for us because of the growth that we're expecting.
Mm-hmm.
So
good. All right, so the changes that I think we're going to see in 2019 will be days on the market. I think that's going to be the biggest change. For 2018, our average days on the market was around 19 days. It'll probably take more 60 to 90, so it's good for sellers to set that expectation that it will take a little bit longer this year to move your home. The other change is that we had about 4.3 months of inventory throughout 2018. We're going to have I think it's going to shift to about 6 months supply of inventory, which is considered balanced, but heading into more of a buyer's market. We've had very much a strong seller's market the last few years. I think we're starting to shift into more of a buyer's market, hence the reason that, we'll get more inventory and things will be sitting a little bit longer.
and that's good news for our buyers, right? Because that means they have more choices, correct?
Right,
Yeah.
right. So 73% of most realtors and 80% of most mortgage lenders have not experienced the industry with interest rates above 5%. So I think the point being, it's more important now than ever to have a skilled advisor, someone who has been through markets where interest rates are a little bit higher. That experience level is going to be very important. I think we're going to start to see some of these discount brokerages start to dry up with this little bit of a shift in the market.
I so agree. I mean, I think that the real estate agencies that are discounting are probably going to fall by the wayside. I know that we're seeing that in the mortgage industry,
Mm-hmm.
that there are a lot of companies that were built on refinances and didn't focus on the buyers and purchase transactions. CNF Mortgage is primarily a purchase company. We did 88% in purchase business for the year 2018 versus refi. So only 12% is refi for our company. Much different for the industry, because the industry is easily this year, and has been even higher, but this year is 27% refi. So again, our focus is on the consumer who's out there buying, and we know what your needs are and we want to help you.
So my final point is that we predict 2 more rate hikes in 2019, and I think that's a nice little segue into what your predictions are for 2019.
Well, our predictions are very similar. Our numbers might be a little skewed in that Mortgage Bankers of America said some bigger numbers than what you were saying. But in the end, we talk about growth and where we think growth is. And we think growth from 2018 to 2019 is going to be about 3.5%. And then moving forward from there, we think it's going to be more like 2% growth after that. So, but we're excited because that's 3.5% growth off a really good year. Mm-hmm. So 2018 was great, and 2019 is going to be even better. What about interest rates? Let's talk about that. So interest rates started off the beginning of this year at like 4.3% on average, and we're seeing that in the fourth quarter of this year, 4.9% is about the average. Again, this is all from Mortgage Bankers Association of America. So what are they forecasting? Like you said, two bumps in 2019. Well, earlier this year they were forecasting 4 bumps in 2019. So now they're only saying 2. And most recently, they talked about moderate measured increases. So, I'm anticipating that we'll see another change this month. But, going forward in 2019, it may not be those 2 increases that they're talking about. And it all stems on the economy and what happens with that. But with that said, the forecast for 2019 is around 5.1%. And 2020 and 2021, Mortgage Bankers Association of America is saying the same thing. It'll stay level or flat around 2.1%. Around 5.1%. So with that said, it's a great buyer's market coming up. Mm-hmm. Interest rates are going to stay level. And we don't see a lot of change coming with rates in the future. So just get comfortable with rates in the low 5s, upper 4s.
And perspective here, rates in the 5s is still phenomenal. The average over 50 years, I think, is like 7.5–8% has been the average.
Yeah, crazy, and I'm going to age myself here, but I've been in the business for over 30 years. And when I first came in the business, the interest rates were in the teens. And so it used to be years and years ago, we would say interest rates below 7% are phenomenal. Mm-hmm. And they are. They are. We've been spoiled over the last decade or so with interest rates in the 3s. And so that expectation needs to kind of go by the wayside. Mm-hmm. We need to live in reality right now, reality is interest rates are upper 4s, low 5s, and we're going to see them hover in that range for the next few years, mm-hmm. which is actually a really good range.
Yeah.
Okay, so I think that about wraps it up, and just wanted to take a moment to say thank you guys so much for the last few years of referrals, and if there's anybody that we can help in 2019, we always look forward to helping you and any of your referrals.
Yes, your referrals are greatly appreciated. We want to wish you happy holidays and a great 2019.